Tom Glazer from OneCare. I'm so very much looking forward to talking with you. You cover so many things that are important for family caregivers in one location. You know, health monitoring, remote monitoring, fall detection, and all with on a beautiful watch, which I have to say selfishly, I've been wearing since you guys sent it to me.
Hey, it looks good on you, Gary.
Thanks. It's great. So tell me about Tom Glazer. Tell me about OneCare, and tell me what you see for the future of supporting family caregivers.
The original idea for OneCare was when everybody's got a story of taking care of their parents who were in their late stages, and feeling myself and my brothers and sisters that there was a better way than somebody hopping in the car and driving over to the house. I was 110 miles away, so I couldn't do that. So really the origination was there's got to be a better way. And our whole foundation is we really want to be part of the caring economy. And it's the social benefit and the economic impact of taking care of those who took care of us. And that's really our motto. Not only taking care of each other, but specifically helping caregivers take care of those who took care of them.
So tell me, what's in this watch, and how does this watch create an invisible bubble of care around our loved ones?
We call it a care watch because it's a smartwatch specifically designed for taking care of others. The feature set's designed for the elderly, both health and wellness. So from the wrist, we are getting heart rate, we're getting steps, we're getting sleep, quality of sleep data. It's got 2 different fall detection algorithms in it. It's got location, and a very precise location, and geofencing, so we can create safe zones for our elderly people who tend to wander. It works on Wi-Fi. It's got an SOS button. What makes it very unique is that it's the first direct cellular connected device, which means you do not need to pair this device with a phone for data transmission. It's got a SIM card built in it, so it connects directly with the cell tower, and it lives on a whole new network called the low power wide area network. That allows us to get extended battery life and affords us other advantages that the normal 4G smartwatch can't give you.
Tell me about Wear, Care, Share.
So that's a great question, and you're one of the first that have pointed that out. Our third-party independent Guardian app allows caregivers to follow the wearer. It also allows the wearer to use the app to follow themselves and to look up historical data. But it's the only app of its kind in the world today that allows the caregiver to follow the wearer, to be able to be in a position to check in on them, to be alerted if certain things happen. And so the share part, that's so we got the wearer wear, the monitor cares, and the share part is that which will be a very valuable piece of what we offer, is the data and the insights that we will be sending back to various user populations, especially with the elderly. They want to know, how are other people in their age group doing? Certain illnesses, and so we hope to be in a position to use data to diagnose some things. And so the educational platform is the third piece. That's the share piece of what we're doing. So it's all three. It's data collection, and it's the ability to care, to follow, to monitor, to watch over, and also to be able to send out educational data and insights for various user populations.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the One Care Watch. Thank you for everything you're doing for caregivers.
Hey, it's great to be with you, Gary. I'm a big fan of yours, and we hope to partner with caregiver.com, do more things in the future. So really appreciate it.
Robin Maniscoco, it's a pleasure to see you again. It seems like a lifetime ago we were together at the New Haven Fearless Caregiver Conference, although I know it was less than a year ago. The caregivers really enjoyed learning about your organization, and so I was hoping you would share some information about wellness resource support with us in this interview.
So Wellness Resource Support is actually an online community. We support caregivers for those of elderly and special needs in all types of situations. So as a caregiver, your time is very limited because most of it's spent, depending on the level of care that you're giving. You know, I know for my mom, she was bedridden, so we spent a lot of time caring for her, and so our time was limited. So Wellness Resource Support offers those resources, and we connect people to find easier solutions to manage that everyday care. So there are different, whether it's different products that are on the market that might help you, you know, move your loved one a little bit easier, or bathe them a little bit easier, or depending on what products, depending on what level of care. And also if there are certain companies, I know when my mom did become at a point where she was partially mobile, we had to change everything over and to make it more handicap accessible. And I had no idea where to turn a look. And I didn't know that there were government grants that you could apply for to help with the financial costs, because it's very expensive to do that, to make something, home handicap accessible. So we help connect our members to the resources that they need, figuring out a way to help them make life easier.
What are caregivers going to find on your site?
We do what's called complete care, and we have it breaks it down into care skills, where there's links to different videos and trainings, or even certain places like Red Cross offers physical, although I don't know about right now, but they do physical trainings in certain locations around the U.S. There is something called Care Connections, where that section it's listed by state. So there's different resources for all different ailments, and that list is constantly growing because my team, they do research on a weekly basis, and we're constantly adding new things into the states. And I also tell my members, if you're looking for something and you're not finding an answer, reach out to us, because you're probably not the only one, and we'll figure it out. But it's different connections with different public and private companies that may offer financial help, that may offer training, that may offer camps, that may offer travel programs for those that are handicapped, things like that. And then we have Care Facts, which is where we do interviews. We have an Ask an Expert section where we interview different medical professionals and also other types of professionals that might help in the industry. And we have different articles. We have guest bloggers that will put things in there, books, recommended readings for people. And then we have our care bag, which is the products that we find online. And also many of them have been used by us or our members. And we also allow, we have the links that are provided in there for people to go straight to and buy it.
How has COVID-19 affected your work supporting family caregivers?
COVID-19 has actually greatly affected my business. I've actually seen a rise in anxiety. I've had many people reaching out to me to understand what's going on with COVID and how it affects them. I've become a trusted source for people, so they know that I'm not just looking at the news or social media and getting my information. I'm going straight to medical journals, which is primarily where I get my information from. So, and I break it down in a simple way for them, like, this is how you get exposed. This is what it does to your body. And these are some ways that you can help boost your immune system in the process, since that's your main defense. Also dealing with the anxiety. The explaining to somebody who has dementia, or Alzheimer's, basically why they suddenly can't go to the store with you, why they can't leave the house, why are they being kind of held captive in a way, and working through with some of my members on changing their mindset so that it carries through to their loved ones.
What is her story, my why?
Her story, my why, is my mother's story, and my why. So it's her story, her illness, and my why, the reason for me starting this business and the reason for me doing what I'm doing.
Hey, Robin, what's the one most important piece of advice you'd like to share with family caregivers?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. You're not alone. And there are many different resources out there to help with whatever it is that you're going through. And it's got to change here before you can change anywhere else.